is underway.
We got this.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check 24, check 24. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got time. Yes. Get it.
From the gun, Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
There we go, Pac-Man. 120!
Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Roethlisberger. Taking a shot for Samuel. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Let's go. You tighten up. Alert 3.
Go.
Alert 3.
Now Saquon Barkley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40. A big play there by Gordon. Give him 58 yards on the ground. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. First carry for Royce Freeman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw is Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing Jones. Forced out to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go.
Now Jones. Looking deep for Hilton. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Got it.
Fires the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Watch, twitch.
80 weapon. Defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, you're off.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... It got his man. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dante Pettis, 84 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
218, chop it. Hey, exit.
2nd and 1. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On the ready.
45 to Mike. Ricky. Check, 45.
On first down, Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10. Back to throw. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now Jones from the gun on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Here we go again. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check safety, check safety. Slam.
Jones now from the gun. He'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, wahoo!
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Check, 59. Exit.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
14, 82, 14.
47 is the mic. Man, I got you.
Hey, box drop.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Go. 20.
It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time.
Hey, we're good.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Middle. Switch. Check your line.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they... will take over at the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator.
Hey, it's just me and you.
6'6", bullet high.
It's me and you. Watch the ship.
Jones on first and 10 to Barkley on the check down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Hey, Sam off.
Get wide. 45.
Get it.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Jones now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Watch the screen. Go. Go 5.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
12 more yards. That's another Giants first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
One receiver left is Hilton. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Orbit.
Mike 5. Mike 5.
We ain't giving it up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't doing nothing today. Show that bench release and go.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this 2nd half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Gordon. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it here with Gordon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
7-7.
Smooth. Check, 47. Quarter. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Coming. Both sevens the mic.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Man up, D. Tighten up. Switch it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
You don't know no. Yep. Snap.
Jones now operating from the gun. And he's got his man Hilton. A third down gain of 19.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, high 7.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Alpha.
51's the mic, 51's the mic. I know he ain't got it.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
It's coming this way, Here we go.
Hit it.
From the gun, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for New York. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Eagles take over
Let's go,
first and
boys.
10
Bring it up.
at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Eagles 17. Giants 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jones throwing on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
To throw again on second down. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones, off play action. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Matchbox lights.
Second and 5. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Go, go.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Go out. Hey, Charlie.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 50. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Out to the right here to Shepard. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Slam, slam, slam. No, no, no. Off.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
No, no, no. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Ready.
Jones now off the play fake. Looking for Shepard deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 15.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Down, Philadelphia.
Done.
54 Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, he's going to look end zone here for Pettis. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Wentz to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
Tyson. Trey 15.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
And goal at the 9-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the coverage.
It's 3rd down and goal at the 9-yard line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
54, right there. 54 Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now Wentz. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And he comes back with 1 complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Jones on first down. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jones operating from the gun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. In your...
Hey, Echo.
Go. Mike 51, Mike 51.
5.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
51. Let's pick it up. It's our time.
Yo, Cheetah. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
91.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come down.
Jones now. Off play action.
Under 10. 10. Check 52.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Eagles, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.